Hi, welcome to another quick video. I've been getting really strongly that guilt blocks the flow of abundance. And so, if right now you're in a place of waiting or something being almost ready to come in, the message is to really work on allowing yourself to receive that which is that you're wanting is wanting you, because when we feel guilty about receiving something, which half the time we're not aware that we do have guilt around this, it's blocking that thing because our own self-worth is magnifying an energetic vibration out into the world, which is then attracting that equal vibration of worth back to it. It's obviously the simple law of attraction, but it's deeper than that. It's just imagine you had everything that you currently want, all the money, the finances, the house, the safety, security, the dog, the family, whatever it is, the dream job. Imagine you have all those things. It is kind of human nature that there's always going to be something else that we want because we're so used to being in the striving and the material 3D world, the external objects, things, craving, wanting, fulfilling, distracting, gaining more and more. But if you have all of those things, I'm adamant there'll be something else that your mind would think, oh, I'd like that, or that would make me feel fulfilled, that will make me feel at home or happy or safe. And therefore, it's still an energy of lack. And until we can be truly fulfilled with everything we have in the present moment, I mean, it's what everyone talks about, it's gratitude. When we're grateful for everything we have, more abundance is magnified towards us, because the vibration that we're putting out there is one of being grateful for everything we have. We're seeing everything from a fulfilled standpoint. We're not in lack, wanting more, thinking that what we already have isn't good enough. Even if there are things that you'd like and you're grateful for what you have, if we just put all of our attention in the present moment, which is all that really exists, if we put all of our energy and attention in the now, in the things that we currently have, then that vibration will match and out into the universe, ripple out into the universe, and more will come to you. And what will come to you will be what you are really wanting, because if it's in alignment with your authentic vibration, what you want is wanting you. It wants to come in for you. The universe has no choice but to bring in that which matches your soul essence, that which will help light up the world, and in also doing so light you up, because what makes you happy is your soul's authentic blueprint, the thing that you're meant to do and share with the world. That will also make you happy, as well as the universe and the people that you're sharing it with. It's really beautiful, actually. All this time we've been taught by schools and conditioned, like, you have to work out what you want to do and what job and what's going to make you happy. And we're human beings, we're not human doings. I don't know who said that. If you know who said that, let me know in the comments. But it's so true. We're not meant to be doing and proving ourselves. Obviously, I say we're not meant to be doing, I mean a balanced doing. Yes, doing and being, 50-50, yin yang, all that stuff. But we shouldn't be searching outside of ourselves for a job that we think represents who we are to make us feel happy. That's what everybody's doing when they're looking for a job, really, is looking for the thing that matches them. A job doesn't really cut it. In your being, yourself, that is where the universe's magic is, and that's where all the thing, vibration of you will be brought into your life. So you are good enough as you are. And going back to that guilt thing, it's like, if we're putting out an energy of guilt for receiving, if somebody gives you everything you want, will you be able to truly receive that, or will you feel guilty? Because if we feel guilty, it's on some level, it's just saying that we don't feel that we're worthy enough to receive. And obviously that's a lot of inner work, even just journaling, just working on, like, just sit down right now, and even if you don't write it down, just think to yourself out loud, why on any level would you not be worthy of receiving it? What is stopping you from feeling good enough to receive these things? Because they are the things that are blocking you from receiving these things. What is blocking you from receiving what you want? You are good enough, you are worthy in your very existence and the magic of your being. You're not just a drop in the universe, you're the universe in a drop. You have everything you need within you. You were born with everything you need, and everything you have physically around you is an additional surplus to that. Everything you have right now in your life, externally and internally, is everything you would ever need to create the things and live the life that you were meant to be living, and creating the things you're meant to be creating right now. So, what is really holding you back? Half the time, it is this energy of unworthiness. Most of us were told that we're not good enough, or not told it, we felt that. We felt that through school systems, through families, through parents, through guardians, making us feel like we had to repress our emotions, shut down how we're truly feeling, and have to prove ourselves through test scores, grades, achieving, doing, striving to show our worth, that we're good enough, because we were rewarded when we did well. We were given treats when we do well. Like, oh my God, I've been reflecting lately. Like, how much do we, like, on a Friday night or a weekend say, oh, I'm gonna treat myself. I'm gonna get a takeaway. I'm gonna treat myself to a drink, or I'm gonna treat myself to this top because I've been through this ordeal or whatever thing you have to go through. Obviously, life is abundant and we're meant to be enjoying it, so it should be a moment of continuous treats in many ways. But those treats aren't always external physical things. And I just went through that realization lately of like, wow, I was so often blessed to be able to have that experience with my family and my parents saying, when we were kids, oh, we're going to treat you, or we'll go out for a treat, or we're going to have a treat when we've done this walk, we'll have a treat or whatever. And while that's lovely and it is incentive for children, it's kind of like I had to take my car and do something that I didn't want to do. And in my head, I was like, oh, I'll have a treat when I get there. And then the next day, something else happens, like, oh, I'll have a treat when I've done this. It's kind of like interesting how we then mentally copycat that behavior and that mental activity with ourselves in our own self-talk when we're older, and we're kind of like, oh, well, I'll get through this and I'll have a treat. And if those treats are material, obviously we can enjoy them. Some of the best things in life are very momentary experiences, but they don't last. Like a new top, great, feels good, it feels satisfies that moment of like buying and having that buzz, but then it just becomes one of your tops in your wardrobe or in a bag or wherever you're living. Like, it becomes a lovely thing, but it doesn't make you feel fulfilled. It might make you feel good, which contributes to that feeling of home, of homecoming, of feeling good within, but it's an external object, and that moment very quickly passes, which obviously won't go into it, but that connects to gambling and the reason why so many people, even with drink, are addicted, because it's like a momentary high. And mostly the high is in the mind. It's in the thinking, oh, I'm going to have that in a minute. Oh, I'm going to feel satisfied. I'm going to feel so good when I have that. And there's a split second where you have it, and then it's past. It's gone. You drank it. You've consumed it. You've ridden on it. You've bought it. You've worn it. Whatever it is. It's just funny, isn't it? Those momentary treats that we think define fulfillment and experience and satisfaction in life, and actually I mean, I'm not saying they don't, they all contribute to a well-balanced, healthy life, having these moments and experiences. But anyone on the spiritual path knows as well, but I say that we're all on the spiritual path, but inner fulfillment is within. Inner fulfillment fulfills us. Those are the things, the moments that make us feel whole, when we know that we're good enough, when we know that we're worthy, and then we experience life from that standpoint where, yes, we can have a nice meal, we can go to the cinema, we can buy ourselves clothes, and we can enjoy those things, but we know that they're momentary things that don't actually provide inner satisfaction. They're temporary, external, 3D things that we come into this world without and we leave without, and they're very, very fleeting. So maybe you're hearing this message today because the essence of it is about homecoming, coming home to yourself, feeling safe within, knowing that you are safe wherever you are, in the moments, in the places that you don't want to be, that you want to rush home, that you want to get in your comfy clothes. Like, you can have that comfy feeling anywhere you are, even on a busy train, which, yes, I know is triggering and challenging because it brings up all the things of comfort and safety, and we think we have to be in a certain place or in our own space, or if we like socializing, whatever. But those moments that we can give ourselves are within ourselves. And like the people that are the most enlightened and zen, they know that, like the buddhas of the world, because anything that's happening external, even the most triggering circumstances, which are different for everybody, they can just observe, be the observer, and not label it or judge it as good and bad, not react, not victimize and say, why is it happening to me? It's like, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And if anything's happening, it is a reflection of what's going on internally. And I just obviously want to strive to be that. I'm still human, as I have an ego. I'm on this awakened path for several years. Had my Kundalini awakening. It's still going on. It's non-stop, this awakening journey. And I really learned in the last few years that as much knowledge and mystical, esoteric information I've absorbed and researched and experienced through different shamanic and meditation practices, all of the stuff, I thought initially I was learning more about it, and I went down that route, that rabbit hole, and I still obviously go down that. I'm fascinated by it all, by philosophy and everything. But it's actually in the unlearning. It's not the learning of new information, it's the unlearning of all the conditioning, obviously working through conditioning, healing through that. But I keep hearing ancestral healing, clearing ancestral trauma for somebody. Sorry, it's niggling at me then. But it's in the unlearning, because in the unlearning of all the crap, basically all the labels and the useless information that we think is useful, we get to the core of existence, which is also within us, the knowing of the being, where we don't need to satisfy our brains with more information, and we let the natural information, wisdom, intuition flow through and receive it from within us, from our higher selves, from source consciousness. That is the magic of the universe. So yeah, homecoming, come home to yourself, know that you're worthy, reflect on what you want in life, and imagine getting it, and just really dig into, is there somewhere within you where you don't feel good enough, or where what I was really getting was the guilt thing, where you would feel guilty for receiving it. Like, go personal, for example, I've worked hard all my life. I was very much in the masculine yang energy, striving, working in theatre and film industry and Imagineering for Disney, all this stuff. And I'm not even going to say I'm not working now, because I'm doing light work and I'm writing and doing shamanic work and I'm being an artist and blah, blah, blah. They're all just labels of proving something I don't need to prove. But I'm not working like I used to work, or I'm not temporarily working like I used to work. I'm more of a human being right now than a human doing, and I know this is divine timing. I've had other phases like this being freelance, but so much is revealed to us in these spaces. And I'm very blessed that right now my partner is supporting me financially with a lot of things. And it really came through this me thinking in want of, oh, when I get this, or when I have this, I'll feel like I have more freedom, perceived freedom. It's not real. Freedom never comes from money. Controversial, but it doesn't. It gives us resources, yes. And it's so ingrained in society that money gives us freedom. But freedom, we all, like, okay, I can't say we all have freedom when we're born because of circumstances, but we all have the possibility and capability of freedom by being human, by the choices we make and can change about our lives and circumstances. So we all have freedom no matter what. And so I was thinking, oh yeah, like I'm very blessed and very grateful, but oh, I still haven't got this, or I want this to come in, or this contact, or this connection, or this finance. And it's kind of like, why do I need that? Because I have everything I need. And there's a guilt there, that for me there's a guilt of receiving through not earning. Why should I be effectively taking somebody else's finances to pay for my things when I haven't earned that myself? That leaves me with the feeling that I need to go out there and masculine energy work, earn, strive, achieve. I've done all of that, and I'm not saying it I can never work again. I am working, but it's shifting so much for everybody right now in this awakened consciousness, in this 3D, 5D, whatever world we're living in. It's shifting because work isn't what we've conditioned to think it is. When we're truly doing the thing we're meant to do, like everybody is saying now, you will just get paid to exist. You won't need to strive to be anything outside of yourself that you're not. Have a job and try and figure out, oh, what job could I do? It's like, you will just get paid to be who you are. Or effectively in the future, as people like Diana Cooper predict, we won't have work and jobs and money. It won't exist. We will exchange through service and sharing and community. And So if money doesn't exist, that's going to throw up a big whole load of shit for a lot of people because we're so tied to money and what it gives us. But yeah, why the guilt? Why do we have guilt? Why do I have guilt to receive? I don't have to prove myself and strive to get it. I just need to be grateful that it's there, because whether it's my partner or it's the universe through my partner, it's both. But the universe is working to give me the things I need because I deserve it, because I deserve it in my being. I'm worthy, not just through where I'm at and things I've achieved. Enough of the guilt, like let that go and let yourself receive, and truly, really just reflect on where guilt could be holding you back from receiving that which you are wishing for. Ultimately, abundance flows forth from an unlimited tap of universal consciousness. Who are we to block it if something wants to come in for us? I deserve it, you deserve it, we all deserve it. I just need to be grateful for what exists. It keeps coming through. We just need to keep saying it. We just need to be grateful for what we have. And even if that is perceivedly not very much, even being grateful for food, for water, for shelter, for clothing, for kindness of strangers, is knowing that we have something that somebody else may be craving for right now. And it's not to always do the thing that I've always done, which is empath too much with others and overextend energy. And not, I have a grandma that's always saying, oh, who am I to feel sad about that? I've got this and that. Lots of people don't have what I have. And I always tell her, like, you have every right to feel those things. Feel those feelings. They're valid. You're feeling them for a reason. But as I was saying, it's also helpful, like in those moments of gratitude, little parts of that can help in terms of, I have glasses. Somebody in Africa might have bad eyesight and they might not be able to afford glasses, so they might not be able to see properly. And it's being grateful for those things, for clean water, for access to water from taps without having to walk miles to get it. They're the things we do all take for granted. And I don't say this to preach, I say it because we all get distracted in our ego in the day-to-day living of the 3D. We forget to be grateful for what we have already. They just kind of pass us by, and we're always in want of what's next and planning what we're going to do at the weekend, what we're going to do next week, what we're going to do with holidays, what we're going to do in the summer, oh, then Christmas. Like, time really fucks us up. When we're in the head contemplating time, all it does is take us out of the present. How divinely ironic. Thinking about time takes us away from the only time we ever really truly have, which is right here and now. So you probably spent too long listening to me, and yeah, go enjoy being and living your life, this divine life that you've been blessed to be here at this time and to be receiving all the abundance that you have in your life right now. It's all magical, it's all divine, it's all divinely aligned and timed as it's meant to be. And all there is to do, as well as being your human being, all there is to do is to take steps in the now, in the present, to where you want to be. As in, if something's not feeling right, you are a co-creator and you can go change that. Be present with yourself, think about what you really want, and just take those steps. Those little baby action steps are, what's the word, they are divine. They're true embodiment of the soul into the body. It's like the hero's journey. I spent so long going off finding the magic elixir, and then you go through the period of coming back down to earth, and it's like so hard to integrate. I've always been a head in the cloud dream, as John Lennon resonated, like, yeah, I'm not the only one, you're not the only one, like, we can make a difference. But actually it's not always up in the head dreaming, it's the part where we bring back that magic and integrate and make ripples out in the big universal pond. That's where we can make a difference. So much to say on that, so much and nothing at the same time. Oh, there was something that I've forgotten. I was channeling about action, because it is really about being a human being. It's not about thinking and planning, which is how it came out. It's about being and doing the things in alignment with that being, if that makes any sense. That's what I'm getting. I'm going to stop talking now. I hope that has resonated for somebody out there listening. Let me know what you're going through right now, and if I can be of help on do a one-to-one reading and therapy session with you. But I'm just really curious to see what you're going through and why you've connected with this video. And my feeling is that if you've connected with this, you've been getting a lot of messages, divine guidance, channelings lately about being on the brink of something, about waiting periods being nearly over. And I feel like you've been getting this message for a while, and it's kind of like, that's amazing, by the way, you've come so far. But why is it nearly here and not here? And when I say, is it ever going to get here? Maybe you're thinking that. Yes, it is. It's already here. But is it ever going to get here? Not if it's the here is always in the next moment. Riddle me that. If you're constantly hearing messages and videos and connecting with, oh, it's going to come in soon, it's coming in soon, it's nearly here, is it not always going to be always nearly here and not here? You are here, and so the energy that is for you is here already. I'm going to end on that. Let me know your thoughts down below. Many blessings. Bye for now.